In a devastating turn of events, at least 60 people have been killed by relentless rainfall and flooding across northern China, marking one of the deadliest weather disasters to strike Beijing in years. The capital city alone reported 44 deaths, with 9 still missing as of midday Thursday. In one of the most harrowing incidents, 31 people died inside a nursing home in the mountainous Miyun district, a facility that was quickly overwhelmed as floodwaters surged. Officials say the region received rainfall levels described as extremely destructive, with Miyun logging over 573 millimeters, or more than 22 inches, in just days. That's nearly a year's worth of rain in less than a week. A total of 41 rivers across China are now running above their flood warning levels as of Monday, due to days of unrelenting rains, according to the Ministry of Water Resources. Between 12 o'clock Sunday and 12 o'clock Monday, gauges in North China's Tianjin, Hebei province, Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region and other regions showed that 41 separate rivers swelled past alert levels. The worst reading reached up to 2.39 meters above the safety line. The ministry estimates the upcoming rains will fall mainly in the Haihe River basin in North China. Smaller rivers, such as the Juhe River in Tianjin, are on track to register their biggest floods on record. In neighboring Hebei province, another 16 people were confirmed dead, including 8 in Chengde, a city just outside Beijing. 18 more remain missing in remote villages near Xinglong, where entire communities were cut off by rising waters. The situation around the Miyun reservoir, the largest in northern China, grew especially dangerous. At the flood's peak on Sunday, 6,550 cubic meters of water per second, roughly 2.5 Olympic-sized pools every second, poured into the reservoir, putting surrounding towns at severe risk. In a separate tragedy, a landslide in another Hebei village north of the reservoir killed 8 people, with 4 still missing. Slopes gave way after relentless rain softened the terrain, a growing danger in the region's hilly areas. Hebei recorded 640.3 millimeters in annual rainfall last year, 26.6%, more than a decades-long average, according to CMA's 2024 Climate Bulletin on the province. The report said Hebei has been recording consecutive above-average annual precipitation since 2020. The intensifying rainfall forms part of a broader pattern of extreme weather across China due to the East Asian monsoon, which has caused travel disruptions and wrecked infrastructure in the world's second-largest economy. Meteorologists say such extreme rainfall is becoming more frequent due to climate change. Chinese policymakers are now grappling with its wider implications, not just for public safety, but for economic output, as flooding has been linked to the slowdown in factory activity this month. Meanwhile, in Beijing's flood-hit suburban districts of Miyun, Huairou, Yanqing, and Fangshan, local volunteers have teamed up with firefighters to pull trapped residents to safety, as the Chinese capital endures relentless torrential rainfall over the past few days. Since the onset of the current round of intense rainfall, Beijing had recorded an average precipitation of 165.9 millimeters citywide as of midnight Monday. The northern mountainous areas bore the brunt, with Miyun alone receiving 543.4 millimeters, the highest rainfall, while neighboring Huairou district experienced the peak intensity. As Beijing mourns its dead and rescue teams work around the clock, the scale of destruction highlights urgent questions, not only about preparedness, but about how nations like China will adapt to an era of increasingly volatile weather. For continuous updates on global climate emergencies and in-depth reporting from around the world, subscribe to the Indian Express. We bring you stories that matter, with clarity, depth, and impact.